Hi guys, can you guys hear me? Hello. Hi. Hey guys. Hey, I'm at the Tim Walz rally. I just want to explain something. This place is crazy. There's Secret Service everywhere. There's Homeland Security. This is like the most intense rally I've ever been to. It's giving security threat. Yeah, so technically, I'm in the holding area for the photo line to take a photo with Tim Walz. I cannot legally or otherwise live stream while taking a photo with Tim Walz. I'm just allowed to take one phone. It cannot be live streaming, and I can take. They're going to take a professional photo, and I can take a selfie with my phone. But other than that, I am not allowed to live stream, and this is not a joke. Hey, I'm just talking. So I'm in the holding area of the photo line to take a photo with Tim Walz at the Tim Walz rally in Tucson. There is a lot of Homeland Security, a lot of Secret Service here, and basically the rules are, right, nobody can take even a selfie with him with their own phone. Unless you're a creator, I'm allowed to take one selfie with my phone, but I'm not allowed to live stream. So I just want to be clear, in the interest of not getting detained by Homeland Security, I'm not allowed to live stream while meeting Tim Walz. So I'll just take a selfie and then I'm allowed to stream after that. I know, like this curtain, I think he's behind that curtain. I don't know what is going on, but it is very serious. This is like there was a lot of Secret Service at the Doug Emhoff rally last night, like a lot. It was kind of there was like helicopters flying overhead. This is like 10 times that. I think, with everything that's happened with Trump, these people are not playing around. So yeah, like I am not allowed to live stream while meeting Tim Walz or taking a photo because I'm a creator for Kamala. I'm allowed to take my phone, which cannot be online, and I can take a selfie with my phone. But beyond that, I'm scared to break these rules. This is the most intense security I've ever been through as far as TSA. Yeah, so just so you guys know, I can't meet Tim Walz on live stream, it looks like. Or I could try to ask him, but I think maybe they would drag me out for even attempting. But I think I have a while and I can live stream for a while because I'm an influencer who's allowed to use my own cell phone to take a selfie with him. I will be last. So all these people, well, I guess it's not that many people, but all these people get to go first. Am I single? Yes, I am single, but not in like the you want to date me way, in the like the I'm emotionally damaged and it's best I stay on my own for everyone's safety kind of way, you know? Oh, I know. And the hat. People are giving me weird looks about the hat. I think I'm a red flag. Guys, yeah, follow the stream and then after I get done meeting Tim Walz behind this dark black curtain, then I'll live stream the rally like normal. I know. Thank you. Who said that? Joyce. Thank you for understanding exactly what I'm saying. Yes, I am single, but not the way that you want to date me. Hi. Is that you, Auden? Nice to see you. Tell your dad I said hi. I love you. Stop asking. Hey, guys, like tap the screen, share the live. I'm at the Tim Walz rally in Tucson. This is the most intense security I have ever witnessed in my life. Donald Trump has made it so nobody can have a good time at these things. Oh, the drug. Yeah, so I drove down here with the digital director of the Arizona Democratic Party, and it was, oh, you guys, God, I wish I had visuals to show you. I don't know if they like me more now or they're disturbed. Like we were, we stopped to like work for a couple hours, and I was like, oh, I'll be right back. Like I just have to go. Like she's working at Starbucks. It reminds me of when I worked in advertising, and like every extra hour of your life, even if you're traveling for work, you have to like send emails and like do things. And I'm like, oh, I'll be right back. And I went to Walmart and I won 4 stuffed animals in a claw machine. And I brought them back and I'm like, do you think that Tim Walz would want me to give him a stuffed animal? And she's like, what in the hell are you doing? I won squishmallows. I won 3 squishmallows and 1 random stuffed animal in a claw machine. So I consider my afternoon a success, but it is hot and but everything else is going good. I know, we are so fun. I totally agree. Totally agree. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. Again, I'm in the photo line to meet Tim Walz, but after I understand the rules of that you have to abide by to ever be allowed near him again, I'm not allowed to live stream while meeting him, because they can't control that. So I'm allowed to take photos with my camera that cannot be connected to the internet, and then I can distribute them after. The best part about being at these rallies is all the MAGA in the comments that are emotionally melting down while this is happening. It's okay, MAGA. You're gonna make it. You're gonna make it through this. You're gonna make it through this. It's okay. You can talk. You don't understand that Donald Trump is a malignant narcissist who talks about crowd size because he's deeply insecure. So you continuing to talk about numbers of people in places only means that you yourself are deeply, deeply insecure. But one day you may realize that after years and years of therapy. Yeah, this is not a rally. This is like a private holding room for the few people that get access to Tim Walz. This is not, in fact, a rally. This is like the few people that Tim Walz will be photographed with prior to the rally starting. The rally is in another like building, like 5 buildings away. You saw me yesterday in front. Yeah. Hey, Nicholas. A lot of people. There were people on the stream that saw me. It was super cool. NC losing GOP voters. How could you not? Donald Trump backs sexual deviance. So, yeah, it's going to be hard to pull North Carolina. And that's the most interesting thing about this election. As I wait to take a photo with Coach Walz, is that if North Carolina goes blue, just think the election results move east to west. And the minute North Carolina goes blue, all of your guys' hopes and dreams are over. They're gone. If you guys don't get North Carolina, it's over for you guys early. All of your weird plots to file lawsuits, everything goes out the window if you can't pull North Carolina. Isn't that interesting? Just food for thought, MAGA. Just thinking out loud here. But again, just if you're just joining, I am in the I have never been, this is like my now 20th campaign event, I think. I've never encountered Homeland Security or Secret Service like this. This is the most intense security I've ever seen. I've been through like 5 security checkpoints. I've been patted down to the point of like, I don't know if I'm okay with it any longer. And now apparently I'm in the final holding room before you get to meet Tim Walz. But I am not in any way allowed to live stream during that meeting. So I'm allowed to take one cell phone that cannot be connected to the internet, and I can take selfies with that. But I am not allowed to live stream during the event. MAGA, I'm so glad you guys are here for this. And the more bothered you are by it, the more it feeds me. I am literally feeding off your insecurity right now. It fuels me. Like, I think the Doug Emhoff rally last night, I never saw MAGA dying more inside. Yes, and thank you for the engagement, MAGA. We do so appreciate it. Nobody supports Harris Walz except for the people that do. That's not a very smart thing to say. Imagine seeing someone talking to their phone like this. Imagine being the person commenting on someone talking to their phone. How embarrassing would that be? Imagine being the person trying to convince me that I'm sad while you're engaging and fueling my content on. That's a dumb remark to make. Yeah, 2 weeks. 2 weeks, you guys. Just 2 weeks. They're going to come out with the evidence. Oh, there goes the dancers. There is like a dancing troupe that apparently is going to be. I thought they were going to take a photo with Tim Walz, but they're gone. So I guess actually I don't have to wait that long. There's only like 10 people in here. I thought I was going to have to wait much longer than this.
Yeah, my pleasure. Thanks for having me.
Hashtag cognitive dissonance is right. Hashtag some people are reeking of insecurity, and it's not the left. Yeah, we're in Tucson, Arizona. Tim Walz is rallying. I believe actually, I don't know. Let me see if we're behind schedule. 2:13. Actually, no, we're probably close to on schedule today. Yesterday, very behind schedule. Today, probably close. I think the time for the rally to start is 3:30 p.m. So we're looking good. I am waiting, and just these folks. This is the photo line or people that are going to be meeting and or taking a photo with Tim Walz. So not that many. And then after that, we all go to the rally. Yeah. Tim Walz doesn't they don't take photos with that many people. It's kind of a big deal. I only had to attend like 20 of these events before they trusted me enough to let me meet him. This is not political merch. I made this personally. This is this is not a hat that they sell. I literally made this so I could meet him and wear it. No one is in the private room where you can meet Tim Walz. Yes, that's right. Secret Service and Homeland Security stop people from coming in here. You are correct. MAGA, it's like amazing to watch them try to use their tiny brains to reason through what is going on. Even though I've explained it 7 times now, they're still not comprehending. You guys are going to get it. You guys are going to catch on. Maybe hours later, after the rally's over, it will click. Oh, yeah, no, I personally made this hat. You can't have this hat. I think I'm going to sell them, though, possibly. I'll ask him if he's okay with me. So, I know. You guys should have seen me earlier. I won 4 stuffed animals and a claw machine. I should have filmed it. Guys, tap the screen, subscribe. I'll be taking you guys from Arizona Democratic campaign event to campaign event. The battle for Arizona is clearly raging. MAGA is super, super triggered. It's getting scary. And today we're in Tucson, where Tim Walz is rallying. Tomorrow we'll be at the Kamala Harris rally in somewhere in the greater Phoenix area. Still, I haven't got the email with the location. But tomorrow, we will be rallying with Mamala herself. Oh my God, bless their hearts, they're still doing it. Hi. Yeah, this is the rally right here. This is it. This is the event. I'm at the Tim. This is the Tim Walz rally. You guys figured it out. Jesus Christ. The reasoning and logic skills on MAGA are not great. Look, bless them while they try to make sense of this. Bless them. Yes, tens of, because this is the Tim Walz rally. You guys figured it out. You guys solved the case. Naga, I don't know how you guys survive in your daily lives. Like, how do you guys get from point A to point B? Operation barely able to function. Sorry, I'm just muting my phones. I have to, all my phones have to be on mute and not connected to the internet to meet Tim Walz. This is like I said, I have never encountered Secret Service or Homeland Security like this. And like I'll say, Secret Service people are pretty like, I'm scared they're gonna hear me when I say this. Secret Service people are pretty like cool and secure with themselves. Homeland Security, it's like I think it's like guys who are trying to prove something. It's scary. They're like waiting for a threat to appear, like tackle someone. They are like hot air balloons. Bless their hearts, though. That's all we can do with MAGA. We just bless them. We bless them as they go along their merry way. Yeah, Walls is super sus. That's right. Bless your heart. Oh my God, it's like another uninformed MAGA joins every 5 minutes and says, "Wow, 10 people." Yes, we're at the Tim Walz rally. This is the max capacity of the Tim Walz rally. We have reached it. You guys caught us. There are 7 people here. Oh, thanks. What do you guys think? Is Tim Walz gonna like this hat or be largely disturbed by it? Is the real question. Is he gonna be like, "Oh, that's cool"? I'm gonna be like, "I've sold thousands of these hats. You have to adopt many people." I'm gonna be like, "This is my plan." I'm gonna be like, "The Vikings are 5-0 and haven't been since 2016." And then I'm gonna say, "My mom's from Minnesota. She grew up on a farm." And then I'll say, "You did the State of the State address at the new gymnasium at Owatonna High School, and my aunt was there, and she took pictures of you." That's what I got so far. Oh, yeah, they love to fish. I should just talk to him about fishing. I heard he also likes dog parks. I heard he also likes dog parks. Yeah, I heard he's obsessed with his dog and dog parks. I don't have a dog, though. I have a cat named Mr. Minns. Black Lives Matter for Trump. Oh, bless you guys. Just all we can do is bless MAGA's hearts. Just bless them, you guys. Don't try to make sense of it. Just bless them. Does he love cats? I will talk to him about a cat. Oh, I am hydrated. The one thing I will say is snacks and tons of water at these things. I've had 5 fruit snack packs in the last hour. Fact check that he likes. Oh, he has an orange cat. Orange cats are nuts. Saw him with a cat the other day. Is he just carrying cats? Or maybe he brought his cat to this rally. Dude, there's nothing better than fruit snacks. Whether you are 3 years old or 85, fruit snacks will never get old. His cat's name is Alton. I don't know. Is that real? I want to tell him about my cat, and I feel like he would listen. I feel like Tim Walz would listen to me say anything and then pretend like he cared. I'm gonna look up if Tim Walz has a cat. Oh, this is happening soon. I'm getting nervous. Do you hear that band? There's a dancing band for, I think that's live. Does Tim Walz have a cat? A cat. Oh my God, their cat's name is Honey. This is not a joke. Tim Walz has a rescue cat named Honey. As of 2023, they've rescued a cat named Honey. And Afton. It's not Alton, it's Afton. His family's cat Afton, his cat's missing. I'm not going to mention that cat. He lost that cat. His cat Afton left and has not returned home since December 2023. And that's when they got Honey, the next orange cat. Yeah, I think only Honey is in the house. Thank God I didn't mention that lost cat to him. Guys, I need to count on you for research. Don't tell me to mention his lost cat. I am in the holding room after 17 Homeland Security, TSA, and Secret Service checkpoints to meet Tim Walz. And I was going to live stream, but I will be arrested if I try to do that. I'm allowed to take one phone because I'm a influencer for the campaign, and I can take selfies on that phone, but it cannot be connected to the internet. And this is first time I the first time I really am scared they mean business. And when they told me, I probably shouldn't talk about this out loud, but at the fireside chat with the and nothing bad, something very bad will happen. This is the first time I'm like, there's people are cheering in another room. Like, is the rally starting without me being there? It can't. If Tim Walz isn't there, it can't start. No, there's like performances going on, like dancers. Like there were people stuck in Homeland Security checkpoints with me who had instruments, who were dancing and stretching. So I think there's entertainment going on that now I'm gonna miss. No, I don't think that's how they get people to a rally. Oh, shuck it, you're here. Trump's 15 minutes from your house. Then why are you on this stream? Tell everyone. It's time, shuck it. Just tell house. Then why are you on this stream? Tell everyone. It's time, shuck it. Oh, big boat, you're here too. Where's Dale? The whole then why are you? Where's Dale? The whole crew is all of my MAGA and we just need Dale and Hoodie. Oh, there's Dale. He's here. Literally, it's like I conjured him up out of thin air. Literally, it's like I conjured him up out of thin air. Literally, did I not just say Dale's name and he popped up? It's like Beetlejuice. God, what would we do without Dale desperately and in? Hi, Dale. We're so glad you're here. Actually, I think MAGA will be fine. They'll just continue complaining. You know what I mean? MAGA is going to die. The thing about MAGA, when you are not interested in creating solutions, right? You're only interested in complaining. Yeah. What will I do if I never have Shuck It Trebek This is the thing that's stalking me again. So I'm glad you're here. No, but truly, MAGA will be fine when they lose. It's not us, right? Like this is just another example of a conspiracy against white people in this country. And then they could just complain more. Just more. Like my goal in campaigning and being political is about solutions. Like, have you ever heard MAGA offer a solution to anything? No, it's just about complaining. It's about grievances. If they won, is about solutions. Like, have you ever heard? Oh no, Shuckett does. Shuckett doesn't just want to hook up. He wants to get married. Just about complaining. It's about grievance. I've seen like four people. There's like this. I don't want to make fun of anyone, but I've seen like five people almost by me, just almost falls down. Yeah, Coach Walz. Do you think he'll like my hat? Do you think he'll like my hat? Doing this. Wait, something's happening. Hi, Ashley. Hi, Ashley. Want chicken? I do not recognize anyone here yet. Tracy Lynn, I don't think you need to. I'd be embarrassed. It just for you. I'm embarrassed for you. Don't worry about if anyone else should be embarrassed. Oh, thanks, Aunt Julie, if you're watching this. You're awesome. Awesome. I just read your text message. I know. I was gonna wear my. I know. I was gonna. I need. You need to know which what to buy. Yeah. Nobody's at the Tim Walz rally. You guys figured it out. Caught us. Figured it out. Caught us. Like there are large lithium deposits around the world, right? And they tried to say that Doug Emhoff has relationships to lithium deposits and is trying to like essentially take over or through investments like manipulate lithium deposits around the world. All whilst, now here's the kicker, their Lord and Savior Elon Musk is besties with the dictator who was just elected in Argentina to get direct access and to manipulate a lithium deposit. But you would have to be intelligent to know that. Like anything MAGA has a problem with, their own Lord and Saviors are doing 10 times worse. But like they only give them information about other people, not like their own corruption. So bless all of them. Like don't worry about them talking about lithium. Like they're just largely uninformed. That's like all MAGA does is just, hey, I was told this by Elon Musk. He didn't let me know that he also is upset about the lithium that he's not in control of because he's trying to control all the lithium deposits around the world. So he sent me here to talk about other people that have capitalistic interests in lithium. Yeah, they're not smart enough to figure that out. Like the stupidity of MAGA never ceases to amaze me. Oh, I heard Doug Emhoff invested in lithium. Something's wrong. Elon Musk said something's wrong. Yeah. Look, he's doing it right now. Big boat. Can you hear? Are you capable of hearing? Bless you for your own stupidity. Like I like you're a nice person, but I don't know how you guys are making it through life. I truly, truly do not. I don't think you guys are gonna make it. The fact you guys made it to adulthood is a miracle. Wait, I'm sorry. Who made that idiot comment? Rachel. I used to live in South America. You are so misinformed. You don't know what trade tryouts are. You don't know, like, this is a consumer market. We rape third world countries of their natural resources. And when we're not doing that, we exploit them for slave labor. You just made the most unintelligent comment of the entire stream. Congratulations, Rachel Pretty Pig. You are a disappointment to us all. The dumbest comment I've ever heard in my life. Yeah, that's right. The indigenous population of Argentina that's been overtaken by Spanish colonization, by German colonization, by Dutch colonization. They want to sell off their natural resources against their will and not benefit at all from it. That's you're right. And they want to hand it all to Elon Musk. You're a real thinking person, Rachel. No, I just am tired of MAGA making like it's literally like they've never followed a line of logic in their life. No, I just am tired of. I'm just trying to help them. Rachel's still going. No, Rachel. Just so Rachel, because you're so uninformed, I'm going to help you again with that misinformation you just spread. The U.S. government is paying him to move his satellites over North Carolina. We are paying him. And let me just tell you, he doesn't own Starlink outright. We, the United States taxpayers, subsidize Starlink. We subsidize Tesla. We subsidize Solar City. We subsidize every venture that Elon Musk has ever had. We, tax-paying dollars. You are so misinformed that it is painful. And the next time you make a sad comment, I'm going to have to block you. Just for your own, for you, Rachel. I'm sad for you. Literally the least informed person on earth stumping for a billionaire who gets more welfare from the US government than all of people on welfare added together. Did you know that, Rachel? Bless Rachel's heart. Doing a disservice to all people named Rachel in the world. I know, and they don't have those comments are getting sadder and sadder. No problem, anytime. Thank you for watching. Gregory, hey! Dems what? Oh, cool. Hold on. Kenny!
Hey, friend.
Hey.
I was just coming up just to see if I could ask you after this to check the settings on just your device to see if that's maybe doing that comment uh, blocking. I don't know what's going on there because
I checked. No, it's not.
what the heck?
just saw another funny comment. I think MAGA should go on a comedy tour. My live was buffering. I don't know. It's fine for me. I haven't been live for long. I was going through security. I am just, and I'm gonna have to restart the live. Like I'm just doing this while I'm sitting here waiting to meet Tim Walz. I'm not allowed to be live for that. I can just take a cell phone not connected to the internet, and then I can take some photos with him, and then I'll go and find a good angle in the rally to record from. And so I'll have to restart the live. Or I would say I wasn't online, but I'm scared. I thought about it. I don't think it's worth it to never be allowed to. This is the Tim Walz rally. We're in a holding area waiting to take photos with Tim Walz. This is Tim Walz in Tucson, Arizona. I'm taking us, if you don't follow me, subscribe. I'm just taking us from, we're basically live streaming the battle for Arizona. Yesterday, we saw Doug Emhoff. Today, we're at the Tim Walz rally. Tomorrow, we will be at the Kamala Harris rally. And Saturday, man, is something interesting going to be happening. That's all I could say. So hopefully Friday I can rest, because Saturday is going to be weird. Interesting. Yeah, I know. I can't wait to tell you guys. I'm not quite sure I really understand what's going to be going on. But I think it will be the smallest space I've ever been in, with a bunch of Congress people, a governor. It's going to be interesting. I know. I'm not a big deal. We're a big deal. The more events we go to, the more events we cover, I think they're really appreciating us, this community, not me. I can't do any of this without you. This is a team effort. Can you guys hear the concert going on in the background? Can you hear that? Would I ever run for office? I don't know. That's really funny, because I was carpooling here with someone from the campaign and we were discussing that. No, I don't know. Like, I don't ever want to have to toe the party line. Like, I don't want my opinions to be for sale. I always want to be able to say the truth. And the minute I can't say what I really think, then I think I hate myself. So I don't know if you can be a candidate or you can work for a campaign, because once you do that, then you can't ever say what you really think ever again. Maybe as a candidate, I could run some sort of campaign where I just said the truth, but I don't know if it could be related, I don't know if it could be a Democratic Party campaign, because you have to, there's a party line you have to toe. But I will say, like, watching Bernie Sanders and AOC, like, be able to be like the far left fringe and still be part of a coalition and work together, like, I admire what they're doing. They still get to have their opinions and dissent and still be part of the team. So maybe that's possible. But yeah, like, I don't, like, I worked in corporate America. I worked in the tech industry. Like, I'm never going, my opinions are not for sale, and never will be. Like, I don't want to live anymore if I can't say what I really think. So we shall see. Wait, what? Am I going to call her daddy? I don't watch. This is sad to say because Call Her Daddy is the #2 podcast in the world. I've never seen an episode. Maybe that makes me the. I don't. I've never watched that show. I'm at the Tim Walz rally. I'm in the like holding room where you wait to meet him. Yeah, I like showing people like what goes on in a campaign, but I don't want to not be able to give my real opinions of it. So I think in order to maintain your autonomy and be able to have real opinions, you have to be sort of removed from it, you know? Oh, thanks, Ash. Am I excited I'm meeting him? Yeah. I mean, but not like, look, I don't care. Like, I've met very famous people in the last like 3 weeks. I met Glenn Close. Look, I met Glenn Close on Sunday. And she held both my hands and looked at me in the eyes and said very nice things. Yeah, I don't think you should worship. So, yeah, like if I admire someone, it's for their intelligence and their hard work. Those are the things that impress me. Let me see here. Let's see. Mhm. Comments here. Oh, wait, no, that's if I want to comment. Never mind. Oops. I'm just trying to make sure I don't have settings. Mute accounts, blocked accounts, moderators, comment settings. When is Walsh on it? I well, let's see. The lot. Oh, it's only 2:49. Not we're. I think they're still on schedule. I wouldn't say we're behind schedule yet. So I think the actual rally where people start speaking isn't supposed to begin until 3:30. So there's probably 20 people in here that he's supposed to take photos with, and as far as I understand, it's like click, there's a professional photographer. If you're not an influencer that has an attachment to the campaign, you can't even take a picture with your own phone. Like a photographer takes a picture and then they send it to you. So I think it's like rapid fire. And then right after that, he speaks. So I think the point is that he waste as little time as possible, probably sitting here. So he'll probably walk in like right before and just go through people, take photos. Oh, thanks, Tanya. You're amazing. And then go straight on stage. I think that's the kind of the goal. He is an amazing. This is the third time I've seen him speak live. He is an amazing speaker. Like people like cry when he speaks. That's why I thought it was so important to come here, is just because, like, I just, he is the most amazing speaker and we should support him. You saw him last night. I heard, was he in Nevada? I know. I'm sorry you guys are losing your governor. I'm really sad about that for you. You met, I've been to the Minnesota State Fair. Can I say the cheese curds are top notch? Is that who's gonna be the governor when he moves on? Is her what's her name? Isn't she? She's indigenous. Is she indigenous, or am I just saying that out of turn?
I'd be perfect.
Yeah, she is. Yeah, that's what I. Yeah, I think I did. I read an article on her. Quite impressive. I think so. I hope I'm not just saying that. The lieutenant governor of Minnesota will be in charge if and when Tim Walz leaves. I'm sad Shuckett left. Do you guys hear people cheering? We've missed an entire concert of something. I'm gonna miss. I think people are speaking. That can't be possible, right? I hope we're not missing the rally because we're sitting here waiting for Tim Walz. I hear. Yeah, yeah, Dale. I That's wouldn't that be a plot twist? Plot twist. Tim's gonna be in Minnesota for the East-West football game Friday night. Yeah, security around Tim Walz is tight. Like, I think there might be some credible threats or something because I've never seen security like this. Like, they have streets blocked off. You cannot get within miles of this place. It is intense. Like, when Doug Emhoff was speaking last night, there were helicopters like circling the police helicopters circling the airspace. Guys, tap the screen, follow the live. I'll be taking you. Oh God. Oh no, they're just back to music. It sounds like so. I don't think we're missing the rally. It's just a musical performance still. Um, I don't know. Like that's the thing. I think I explained this another time, but I find it interesting, so I'll explain it again. Like there's a actually, and we can kind of credit Trump with this shift. The majority of people in America are no longer getting their news from traditional media. Like whether that's journalists, whether that's not. So I guess you could say I'm press, but not. Journalism is dead. Yeah, for you, Dale, because you don't read. I read the New York Times, the Washington Post, the Wall Street Journal, like every day. So no, journalism isn't dead for everyone. For people that don't read, it is. Josh, what are you talking about? Josh, are you okay? Are you gonna make it through this time? You seem like you're not well. Like I no, Josh, I'm serious. I genuinely don't know what you're talking about. Like what have I haven't seen you in months. Like what have I I don't know what you're saying. So you have to explain it to me in the comments because I truly don't know. Okay, so it's nothing then. You're just talking S because I don't know why you're upset with me. More people are talking. It's time for. Have you guys ever had Burt's Bees, the tinted lip balm? I want to do a commercial, but it feels amazing. It's so good. It's like oil. I don't know what it is. It's like I like that it's not sticky, but it's super moisturizing. I hate sticky lip gloss. Okay, see, you missed whatever type of performance that was. See, oh, you guys can't really see, but there's, like the dancers that were performing just came in here and people are clapping. Now people are standing up. If I miss the rally because I am sitting here, I'm going to be upset. No, Josh, you're always the last to understand what's going on. Bye, Auden. Have a good day. Tell your dad I said hi. There's nothing going on. We're just waiting. We're waiting to take a photo with Tim Walz. We are at the Tim Walz rally. We're just waiting in this like holding area for people who are going to take a photo with him. No, you can't see from. Oh, you mean like if there were? Yeah, I don't know if there needs to be TV monitors. Like I think. Oh, is something? Okay, something is now definitely happening. Good. Maybe something's starting. Oh, Josh, you love me. Cool. Because I really feel like you came in here hating me, but you've been converted. Cool. Because I really have never done anything to you, so I would appreciate if you would start being nice to me. Guys, tap the screen. Let's get to 100K. I feel like I need to whisper, but I doubt it. I love how everyone calls David Dale now. Like everyone knows. Let's never forget that David's real name is Dale. Yes, let's go drum. Bless him. He needs all the help he can get, remembering where he is. Let's go, Josh. Tap harder. I feel like you're not doing, let's go. You should have carpal tunnel by the end of this. No, it's sad, Smashy. It's sad. But like, it's, listen, I'm not a licensed psychologist. I've just read peer-reviewed psychology papers, probably more than licensed psychologists have. And like, you don't have to read too much into Freud's theories to understand. Like, just deep-seated insecurity. That's why they watch our lives and say things. Deep-seated insecurity. Like, I would never in my life, you could not pay me to watch a MAGA live. I never have in my life. Like, they come up and I'm like, scroll on. Like, I couldn't watch for 5 seconds, but like MAGA's obsession with just saying things, I don't know where it comes from. It's disturbing. Like, deep-seated insecurity. Yeah, that no, and that's true. They're in a high control group, right? Like, think about it. When you're in a high control group, like, I feel like I was like that. It because I was deeply like deep into evangelicalism against my will as a child. Like, when you're in a high control group, because they it's like a sociological study. Okay, this I think we're getting closer to the time this is happening. I'm getting nervous. Yeah, no, they can't. They're doing the MAC is doing the best they can with what they have to work with, right? You have to be in constant cognitive dissonance to not notice that the lines of logic you're following are collapsing in on themselves every day. So you can't things can't make sense, right? You have a vested interest to not understand that nothing makes sense. And actually, you know what's really funny? I don't think I said this in the last live I did, but on Tuesday, like Elon Musk, one of my favorite neuroscientists on TikTok, her name's Rachel. I actually think she's Canadian. She's from like Quebec or something. But she did this post about cognitive dissonance, and Elon Musk himself posted on his own TikTok. Like, this is a person in constant cognitive dissonance and confirmation bias, and she's explaining what that is. And then like underneath the post, like the Krasensteins, if you know who they are, they're like leftists on TikTok. They're like, wow, Elon, like, might be you. Okay, now there's way more people in here. I don't know if that's better or worse for me ever getting to take a picture with Tim Walz. Now there's like 5 times as many people in this room as there was 20 minutes ago. And someone has McDonald's. Someone went and got fast food. Josh, was Jay mean to you? Is that why you're here complaining about him to me? Did Jay pick on you, Josh, or are you still just blocked like Dale? Like, take it up with someone who cares. I have no idea what you're talking about, Josh. Oh, okay, still blocked? Cool. So you should, like, this is just my advice to you. You've been blocked for a month. Stop talking about him. Like, it's weird. It's giving desperation at this point. Josh, just move on. Move on. No, I know. Where's Hoodie? The only person missing from this shit show is Hoodie. Yeah, like Josh, if you're still blocked, like you were blocked months ago, it's okay. Just move on and make new friends. I need a drink of water. Don't summon. Like, yeah, Josh, are you hoping that? Do you know how I told you guys that speed bump? Otherwise, you can't stay. Job's older than the average life expectancy. That is true. I mean, great job, Josh. Keep it up. Look at you, Josh. I'm shocked that you did that. I've been literal shocked. I'm speechless. No, it's good that Mag is here. That's good for them. Thanks, Josh. It's good that they're here. They're lonely. The cognitive dissonance is breaking. They need people to help guide them back into the land of sanity and reason. We're gonna save you, Josh. Don't worry. We'll save you. I know. Amen, Toodle. Amen. It's okay, Josh. It's okay. All who wander are not lost. Guys, this is a random aside since I'm just talking about things. Why are you in such a good mood, Josh? You're scared. You're really scaring me. Totally done with what? Random people on the internet who are screaming for help? I have so much empathy. You have to understand, I was raised by an actual malignant narcissist. Like, I was raised by someone who lacks empathy. The average Trump supporter has empathy. Like, as long as you have effective empathy, you can change. I still work for the love every day of someone who is incapable of loving. So, like, I Trump supporters don't bother me at all. I understand what it's like to work for the love of a narcissist who will never love you. I've been in that cycle and that trap. Like, I don't see it the same way because I grew up in it. It's the same reason I have like endless empathy for Don Jr. I know what it's like to have a parent like Trump. I know how desperately he wants to be loved. Like, he's screaming for love. Like, and that's what MAGA's doing too. Like, hey, he's never gonna love you. You're never going to be picked. That's the sadness. But I'm just saying, like, people wonder why I'm not bothered by Trump supporters. No, as long as people have effective empathy, I don't like. I'm fine with them. Like, you know what I mean? Yeah, no, I mean, I think that's a thing, right? I mean, it's never too late to not vote for Trump, right? I do think there's many people have sort of woken up and are not going to vote for Trump. But I just think, as far as, and I don't trust many polls, but the most respectable ones that I understand the methodology behind, I think this is a very close election. I don't think it should be, but I think the last thing we should ever do is assume for 1 second that we fight this up until the end, right? Like, the only thing I agree with, I've been to like 20 political events, I haven't slept in like 3 weeks, is just I the day the election's over is I want to know that I did every single thing I could. Like, I'm going to sleep well at night being like, I couldn't have knocked on more doors. I couldn't phone bank. I couldn't live stream one more event, like, or I would have died. Like, I left it all on the field. Like, if I'm trapped with Donald Trump for 4 more years, I'm going to know that I fought as hard as I could fight. Josh, are you okay? What is happening to Josh? Do you not work guarding the northern border anymore? Did you get fired, Josh? I feel like Josh is going through an emotional meltdown while we all watch. It's okay, Josh. Yeah, we're at the Tim Walz rally. You caught us. There's 16 people here. MAGA is not, they're not thinking people. You know what I mean? They're not reasoning through things. Like, now, if you just don't type, just think, use your brain. Would we be at would Tim Walz show up with more Secret Service and more Homeland Security than total people in the building? Would they block off streets? Would they have helicopters flying overhead for fewer people than they brought security? Does that make sense? Who lies, Josh? Who are you talking? Did Trump lie to you? I feel like Josh might be waking up. It's okay, Josh. We're gonna fix you. There's hope for you, Josh. No, Josh doesn't know how to spell my name. Don't tell him. It's fine. I like follies. Yeah, Chandler tomorrow. Don't know the location unless I've gotten an email I haven't checked. But somewhere in Chandler, I will be rallying with Kamala Harris tomorrow. Mamla, I did wear the tan suit today, which I'm sad. I kind of wanted to wear my tan suit look in front of her, but there's always a different look. I know. The first time I saw Kamala Harris speak live, she had a tan suit on. And so that's why I got a tan suit. What is that line from, is it Mean Girls? Or like, someone had a, so I got a outfit. Like, that's exactly, like, Kamala Harris can rock a blazer like nobody else can rock a blazer. And here's the best part about Kamala Harris that no one knows. Whatever, like, however you think Kamala Harris looks on camera, when you see her in person, she looks like a supermodel. Dale, you're still here. I'm trying to save Josh. Leave, Dale. You're not welcome. We're isolating Josh and saving him. Jill, I just want to let you notice, I just want you to notice that day after day, you harass me and I allow you to continue harassing me. Josh, see, we can say it's okay, Josh. You were wrong about some things. You can come back. You can vote for Kamala. It's going to be okay, Josh. Who's voted? Has anyone on the stream voted yet? I haven't gotten my ballot, but it should be coming like any day. Has anyone gotten their ballot or gone to an early voting location? I'm super excited to go to vote because the campaign emails in battleground states are getting scarier and scarier. Who's getting these campaign emails? I'm starting to like fear that like people are being kidnapped and held hostage. I need to vote so they'll stop harassing me at this point. That's what they tell you in Arizona. They're like, if you don't want the harassing emails, just vote. It's like I'm going to just like people are like, there's no hope left. Like if you don't vote, we're all gonna die. I literally got an email that said basically that. And I was like, I'm trying to vote. I'm trying to vote as fast as I can so these weird emails will stop. Yeah, it's so hot. I'm in Tucson right now, which like think of it this way. Tucson is south, like closer to the towards the Nogales, Mexico border, but it's 1,000 feet higher than Phoenix. So the irony being it's farther south, like latitude wise, but it's always 10 degrees cooler. So, and there's always a good breeze in Tucson. It is so hot in Phoenix. The Doug Emhoff rally yesterday, like I told you, I've never seen Homeland Security and Secret Service. These rallies are losing their fun because of security. And people were waiting outside in like 104 degrees yesterday. But the best part is we all got tons of snacks and water. Oh, if Kamala doesn't win your favorite. No, I know. Everyone fill out your political asylum paper. I think every day I continue doing these campaign events, I have a better case for political asylum. Bon Sweet's here. She's working on my political asylum paperwork to Sweden. I'm going to Scandinavian democracy where people are allowed to have opinions. I don't know how many people she can claim political asylum for, really. So we all need several backup plans. Yeah, you can phone bank from home. There's many things you can do besides phone banking too. But especially like there are things you can do even if you're not in a swing state, like that you can do to help people in swing states. You can send postcards. There are things to do. Just all I say is like take all that anxiety, that fear you have about like if Kamala doesn't win, I don't know. I don't think I'm gonna be safe, and turn it into action. That's what I'm doing, literally. Whenever the anxiety wells up, just do something. Like that's all we can do. Yeah, I've written postcards, I've phone banked, I canvassed. I'm going to every political event I have. Like anytime the anxiety wells up, there's something we can do. I will say MAGA is getting more angry and desperate. I think that's a good sign. Like the more MAGA harasses me, the more I assume we're winning. Hey, Cozy Monkey is a good name. I like that. Yeah, action over fear, or just take that anxiety, right, and turn it into energy. Because, like, for me, I could sit there and I'll worry all night long. I'll never sleep. I'll just my mind will spin or I can do something about it. Then when I do something, it goes away for a while until the next day. I'm so excited. I know. Well, no. First of all, I'm super excited. Tomorrow will be at the Kamala Harris rally, which is super exciting. But even more excited is we're going to do something really cool on Saturday. I'm excited. Not just the usual stuff we do. I, I've never been invited to something like this. I don't know how it's going to go. There's going to be super important people there. It's going to be very interesting in a very small space where no one can escape. People need to look into your red state because it can easily put blue. Yeah, well, or also the other way around too, right? Like that's my thing. I'm like, I don't think none of us are safe, right? Like, I, I mean, at least that's how I feel. Like, none of us are safe. If you're in a blue state, we're not safe. If we're in a red state, we're not safe. Like, do everything you can. Like, I'm going to fight as hard as I can up until every vote is counted. And then after that, I will continue fighting. Yeah, like, the complacency is the enemy of success. Absolutely. Like, to me, we are behind until like literally Kamala Harris is sitting in the White House until the inauguration. We do not stop. And yeah, no, it even scares me. And like when people say, "Oh well, I'm in a blue state, I'm gonna not vote in protest," like that scares me. Everything scares me. I just think it's time to err on the side of caution. Like if you're in Idaho, just vote anyways. You never know. No, people, you haven't heard people say that. I'm in a blue state, so I'm just not gonna vote. It's like that seems like the worst idea I've ever heard. I think the people that say that, it's like, is your, I think it's just me, part of the LGBTQIA, like a woman who's doesn't have bodily autonomy currently, like a minority. Like, I just think if there's never been a more important time to err on the side of caution and vote. Oh yeah, I know. I lived in Idaho. I lived in Idaho for 5 years. Like, imagine me amongst the Mormons. I survived Idaho for 4 years, 5 years, 4.5 years. You you think people only vote for president and don't vote in down ballot? I didn't live in Boise, but I don't agree. I came. I mean, as someone who came from Phoenix and then survived Idaho for 5 years, you can say like, oh yeah, I guess Boise's not as backwards as some of the other places in Idaho, but to me, compared to other like where I grew up, yeah, it's all backwards. Idaho is the most beautiful place. Like I took survival classes. I got college credit for fly fishing. I for survival, like we had to live for like 3 days. They would drop us off in the wilderness and you have to survive with nothing for 3 days. Like I took some of the coolest classes ever. There's many good things about Idaho. Religious tyranny is not one of them. Like the thing about Mormonism and religion in general is if you're a male, it's cool. But if you're a woman, religion is not. It doesn't make a whole lot of sense for you. If I was a white male, I'd be super religious. Like I'd be like a mega church pastor. But like I don't have any. Who? Oh, Jesus Christ. This is, oh, hold on. I just have to block someone who will not stop spamming the chat, and then I'm going to go on my, like, diatribe about this. I could not find it more funny because it's just another thing, like, the cognitive dissonance of MAGA. Like, they cannot follow a line of logic. Like, they can't get to the place where they could think, hey, I am supporting and voting for a man who is been found liable of rape, and I can't follow that line of logic through and think it would be hypocritical for me to hold someone else accountable or accuse someone else of physical abuse while supporting someone who's abused every person they've ever been married to. That's the other one is the like saying Doug Emhoff like cheated on his first wife while supporting Trump, who's cheated on every person he's ever been with. Like, they're incapable of following a line of logic through to its natural conclusion and be like, well, that would be very hypocritical of me to pretend I cared about people abusing women or cheating on women while supporting the largest cheater slash or woman abuser of all time. But they can't get there. They're lost somewhere in between. We're gonna get there. Josh is changing, and look at Josh changing. It's okay, Josh. We're gonna save you. Oh my god, it's physically painful. I think I'm probably too nervous to have fun meeting him. Josh, no, who are the dumb ones? Josh, are you? Oh my god, the cognitive dissonance. It's okay, Josh. We're gonna fix you. It's gonna be fine, Josh. There's hope for you. There's lobotomies, I heard. I don't know if we're doing them anymore in new science, but we could just drill a hole into your brain, into your frontal lobe. And that could do something. We don't know, we have to look into the options for you. Yeah, I'm at the Tim Walz rally. I'm waiting in this like holding room where you wait if you're like on the list to meet Tim Walz. So I go, let's just go back to the 50s and 60s. And instead of just lobotomizing women they said were hysterical, right? I don't know if you guys know, like hysteria, that's like the Greek word for uterus, which was the idea was when women were, essayed or raped, they would become hysterical, right? But there was no such thing as essay or grape because if you were married back then, your husband owned you, you were chattel. So they would not understand why women were hysterical, right? And that was a condition, a psychological condition known as hysteria, which they would treat with things like electric shock or lobotomies to subjugate women. Isn't history fun? Yeah, it was standard practice, absolutely. And then if not that, then drug you within an inch of your life. Josh, you don't like the truth? You're not happy hearing about history and what science did with it? Just telling you a little historical story about what women have been through. Josh, we're just going to drill a small hole through your skull that goes directly into your frontal lobe, and you'll forget. Everything will be fine after that. It's a little- I think we're getting through to Dale. I think we're changing Dale, you guys. I think it's happening. Yeah, old school healthcare was like, that's why, that's what's scary. Just know that's why when you hear Republicans say, oh, we don't need, the problem is not pew pews, right? The problem is we got rid of mental health institutions. The reason they got rid of them was because of all the horrific abuse and experimentation and that women were being subjected to. Not just women, in fairness, men too. But that's their solution is institutionalize people again. And if you read Project 2025, part of that is that the LGBTQIA, it's not your identity, it's a mental deficiency, and you need to be institutionalized to get help. It's okay, Josh, we're gonna help you. Just lay back. Shh. Don't fight. Don't fight. I know. It's yeah, forget the lobotomies. Let's just go back to the leeches, right? If something's wrong, we just put leeches on people and then they suck all your blood out and then that's fine, right? Forget. Let's skip over the lobotomies. Yeah, and the witch trials. We'll just go back to the Inquisition. If women are behaving weird, witchcraft, we throw them into an icy river. And if they drowned, they were a witch. If they swim, they're obviously a witch. Oh, Tickus is here, another troll. I love that you guys attend these events. It really means a lot. That's true, Josh. You're learning. You're laughing about history and what women were subjected to. That's history, Josh. You're learning. Guys, tap the screen, share the live. I'm sitting in this holding room waiting to take a photo with Tim Walz. I was going to live stream it, but I was informed by Homeland Security and Secret Service that I can take one device that is not connected to the internet to meet Tim Walz. No, Josh, I'm talking about the Spanish Inquisition. And the fact you don't know that women were accused of witchcraft and burned at the stake is disturbing. Shuckett was in here. You missed him. If you didn't see Shuckett, he was in here. He weirdly has basically asked me to marry him like 3 nights in a row. No, no, witches, like, because when they threw you into an icy river, they would throw women into an icy river. And if you drowned, well, you couldn't defend yourself after that. And if you didn't drown, then you were guilty of witchcraft because no one that was not a witch would survive being thrown in an icy river. So either way, you're a witch. I would rather die than marry Shuckett. Not it. But someone should. And someone should. Josh clearly needs, I mean, Josh and Shuckett and Dale are very lonely and very angry. So if there's any saints that would like to, that have the patience to deal with them on a full-time basis, that that's a, I don't think anybody should be subjected to that. Now, again, I am at the Tim Walz rally. I'm in a holding room I've never been in before. I've never experienced this. I don't really know what's going on. But gross, Josh, you're so gross. Anyways, I'm just waiting to take a picture with Tim Walz. That's what I'm doing. Shuck it, Josh Dale. Oh my God, that is. Wait, hold on, let me think. Wait. Well, Josh is a border patrol agent, which is gross. And he does hate immigrants, and he does not believe women should have bodily autonomy. Last I talked to him. Shuckett was a former police officer who, whenever horrific police shootings happen, he likes to defend the police. And Dale, actually, sadly, Dale might be the best choice of the three. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Police and Border Patrol. Dale is starting. I married Dale, which is a life sentence. It's not going to be great, but Dale is definitely like the nicest and sanest of the three. No, not actually. Also, this everybody has a problem with hoodie. I have less of a problem with hoodie, but I hear that's because whatever it is he does in other lives, he's never done in front of me. I've He said one really gross thing to me once. Off your knees. That was funny again. Is Hoodie the worst though? Like you know Josh? Have you heard him? He guards the northern border and thinks no brown and black people should be let into this country. Like I don't know that Hoodie is worse than Northern Border Patrol Josh. Oh, and also you don't want to hear him talk about women's rights to their bodies. Like it gets real scary. Well, he might be changing in real time. We don't know. Josh, do you still believe those things? Is that still your hot take, or have you changed? Do you respect women's right to make decisions about their bodies at this point, or have you changed your beliefs about women's rights to health care, or do you still think that politicians should be in the doctor's office with women? Oh, I know, Dale. I hate myself, but it's true. You don't. Look at Dale. Look at Josh changing. See, you guys, we're affecting change. Bear or LeBron. That's the new game. Exactly. The bear isn't even bad enough. Like, I choose to have my frontal lobe. Yeah. You mean not Dale David, but the other David? You know what's funny about politics on TikTok is nobody will ever know, like, for like because I talk about the battle for Arizona, like I talk about people like who aren't on the internet on political TikTok, and they'll never understand what any of us are talking about. I try to explain to people what it's like on political TikTok because like the Democratic campaign. I don't know about Republicans, but they don't have access to TikTok. They don't promote on TikTok, like because of the whole China thing. They can't. So like they don't understand what's going on TikTok or like debate TikTok, political TikTok. They don't. It's like a foreign language that nobody speaks but us. Yeah, unless you're on political TikTok, like I will say, whether MAGA or like whether left or right, like political TikTok is something like unless you're engaged in it, people have no idea. Like people think like the election, the battlegrounds are in like, like in real life. I'm like, have you been on TikTok? Do you have any idea what's going on TikTok? Wait, True Social is where the most. Oh, you guys, I don't know. I don't talk about this. I have a whole other identity on True Social. I have hundreds of followers on True Social, but I just get to. I get to I'm a MAGA creator on True Social. I know what goes on True Social. I'm there. You guys probably are complaining about me. I'm a MAGA. I'm an active MAGA True Social creator. No, you can't. Except for like I'm actively in there. Oh, I am. I have a whole other identity. True story. And also on like Frank's speech, like what Mike Lindell owns. There too. You do not follow me on True Social, Dale. But what's your name on True Social? Yeah, no, I am all up in. I Now I don't like. I stopped now, but in like 2022, around where Carrie Lake was saying she was the governor of Arizona, yeah, I was deep in like. I was so deep in that. Now that Steve Bannon is in jail, it's not as fun anymore. I honestly almost miss Steve Bannon. Just kidding. That's not true. But like when Steve Bannon was doing his podcast, it seemed necessary for me to understand what was constantly going on with the road because it was so disturbing. There's a person in here telling other MAGA people to not entertain Trump derangement syndrome and to leave the live while they're in the live, boosting engagement. That is the irony of that is why is trying to undermine Harris? What do you mean? Do you know the history of Jill Stein? Jill Stein is being blackmailed by the Kremlin. You think that Kamala Harris is the first Democratic candidate that Jill Stein popped up to undermine? She's been doing this for like a decade or longer. Someone has something on Jill Stein. Like, she's not doing this for no reason. Josh doesn't know who Jill Stein is. It's long. I'm sorry for saying a decade. That's true. It's been going on way longer than 10 years. Like, yeah, no, Jill Stein didn't pop up to do this to Kamala. Someone has something on her, and then whenever like they need her, they're like, "Oh, remember what we have on you, Jill? Go to work." Just ignore her. She hasn't had a new idea in like 20 years. Just bless her. She's just doing whatever she needs to do. But Jill Stein's harmless. She's just trying to stay alive or something. Like, bless her. Installed. Josh, just let the people know. It's okay. Hawaii. I know. Amen. Thanks, Jesus. Appreciate your support. I haven't always felt like you were listening to me, but it's nice to know you're here right now. I don't know. And I'm really disturbed by the amount of. Okay, I would say 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, there are like 30 people in there. So I'm really, but I still hear the same music going on. So I think like the band might be taking breaks and then like going. Like, remember what I said? Oh, the like musical act just came in here. I think they like took a rest and like got some water and then like went back out. It's like they're on their second set. And this is the same thing that happened with Doug Emhoff. And again, this is going to come as a shock to you guys, but Homeland Security doesn't tell me what's going on. But the last 2 days in Arizona, there seems to be heightened security. So yeah, I don't know, but I am at the Tim Walz rally. I'm in this like strange holding room for like past a Homeland Security checkpoint, a TSA checkpoint, a service checkpoint where you just wait and then eventually they let you take a picture with Tim Walz. That's what we're doing. And I was going to bring you guys, but then I was informed by the scary amount of security that I can take one device and it cannot be connected to the internet. And I don't know if they're actually going to check that, but I would rather not risk it and never be invited back to do anything again in my life. I know. Oh, I'm going to hug him. Don't you worry. I know, it's not a hug line. I was also informed of that. I was like, is this the hug line? And they're like, this is the photo line. And I'm like, so we're not all here to hug Tim Walz. I thought we were. I think he'd hug me if I asked. I'd like to believe. Yeah, I can take a picture, but like I'm not allowed to live stream. I can't. The phone I take a picture with can't be attached to the internet. I mean, I think I'm just gonna be like, oh, we're taking a picture, and then I'm just gonna film. I think he. Hi guys. Does everyone like my Obama tan suit moment? Not a tan suit. I wanted to wear it tomorrow when I see Kamala, but shoulda, woulda, coulda. Oh, are we getting married? I don't think you want to marry me, but I think it's best to aspire to that, but never actually live in that reality. That was some good advice. Yeah, prosecutor versus felon. That's where we're at now. Or no, I don't. I mean, listen. I think we've all committed crimes. Whether or not we've been prosecuted for them is another story. Like I don't necessarily have a problem with with felons. I don't like to say that because like I have a problem with our justice system. I think we should have a a less punitive justice system and a more restorative one. Studies say that that works better in other countries. So I don't have a problem with felons, right? Like my dad is well, was a felon. His record is now expunged. But so I don't hold people accountable for mistakes they've made. I think everybody can take accountability and like move forward in life. Like the issue is accountability, right? The issue is hey, when you make a mistake, when you do something wrong, are you willing to say, hey, I messed up. I am publicly taking accountability for that, and now I am moving forward, right? That's the difference between where we're at with Trump and like, because a lot of people are felons in this country who are good people that should have a path forward, right? Like, yeah, their whole lives should not be ruined. Like, I'm willing to, like, everyone should have a path forward, a path to redemption, right? Like I say, as long, yeah, second chances are a good thing. And we need to make that path back from being convicted of crimes like wrong and so Congress. The last thing we need to be doing is judging felons. Like, yeah, I don't. Some people in Congress who we should watch out for. I don't know. Rick Scott, the richest person in Congress who committed the largest like Medicare fraud in Florida history. Have the people of Florida been robbed enough? Like you would think they would stop re-electing people who vote against their own best interests, right? Like Rick Scott, other than robbing the people of Florida with the largest Medicare fraud ever, this is a man who votes against FEMA, votes against funding the disaster relief fund consistently or doesn't show up for votes. These are people that need the disaster relief fund and they don't do anything about that. Oh yeah, Gold Bar Bob. Don't get me started. Well, Gold Bar Bob is going away now. Gold Bar Bob is going to prison. We've solved that problem. The thing, and this is the thing, Josh. I think you're coming over to the left. I think we've saved you and we welcome you to the left. We will be keeping an eye on you. We cannot trust you yet. Welcome to the left. But the thing about the left is when someone is exposed for corruption, we hold them accountable, right? We're like, hey, this is unacceptable behavior, Bob Menendez. You need to do something about it, right? And then it's the same thing. I encourage everyone, as long as we're talking about things I'm passionate about, everyone should read Mayor Eric Adams of New York City. Read that indictment. Read what that man did to the tax-paying citizens of New York City. Read what he did. Like, he needs to be held accountable. And this, like, even the Black Caucus in New York, who, like, will protect their own, is like, please leave. That's enough, Eric Adams. Like, he stole taxpayer money, millions of dollars, by soliciting money from people from other countries and then submitting it like straw man campaign, but like US or New York City citizens submitted it, and there's a program for 8 times match. Then they take, basically you find a tax-paying citizen, and foreign nationals, particularly from the country of Turkey, would give New York City citizens checks and say, submit this like it's from you. And then because they're a New York City citizen, Eric Adams would submit that and he would get 8 times the money in taxpayer dollars. And he stole and I'm not talking about his campaign he's running right now, just the one that got him elected. It's $10 million. He needs to go. Eric Adams needs to go away. And do you guys remember that Supreme Court case I keep talking about, Snyder v. United States, which basically Clarence, like the Republicans passed so they can be bribed. And as long as you take your bribe after, it's just a gratuity, it's just a tip. If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Snyder v. United States. It's about a guy in Indiana who took a bribe, and the Supreme Court said, hey, it's not a bribe if you take it after the fact, because that's a tip. It's a gratuity. So Eric Adams has 1 count of bribery, and his lawyer is going around New York being like, Snyder v. United States, it's just a tip. Is that the world we want to live in? No, it is not. It's just a tip. As long as you get it after you do the thing, it's a tip. Is Vance in Arizona today? Where in Arizona? I'm banned from Trump and Vance campaign events. I don't know if you guys know that. I have an email to prove it. I'm banned from Trump and Vance campaign events. Like I would go to both if I could. I tried, and they informed me that I am not welcome because they don't. You're just not allowed. If you have differing opinions, you're not allowed. But that's, in fairness, I don't think they'd let MAGA creators here either. You know what I mean? But no, you can't. There's like certain mainstream media journalists that you can dissent against MAGA and they'll still let you be there, but the majority, like you can't be an influencer and have opinions that differ from the political party and be allowed. Tucson and Mason today? Banned from attending Trump rallies. They don't really want me there. I would have been quiet too. I don't want to go to a Trump rally to like make problems. That seems like the worst idea ever. Like, would it be a good idea for me to be at a Trump rally making problems? No, that would be the dumbest thing. I would be quiet as a mouse in a corner and just watch. Just like yesterday, again at the Doug Emhoff rally, there were Palestinian protesters too, like that broke out and started screaming. I think that's like your best shot is like you can probably sneak in if you're a Palestinian protester, but other than that, no. I met Doug Emhoff's son last night. Colin. His name is Colin. No, I have not met her. I've heard her speak twice. Tomorrow will be the third time, but I've not met her. Like, if whatever is happening ever actually happens, then I'll meet Tim Walz today. That will be the first time I've ever talked to him. But I've met, like, I'm trying to think, pretty much every other politician in Arizona, other than Katie Hobbs, the governor, which looks like that's all going to change on Saturday. You guys, we're going on a weird adventure Saturday, all of us together. Oh, the weird. We can't make. Oh, yeah, no, he might be watching. Actually, I don't know if we should talk about that. I mean, he's a Kamala Harris supporter, and he did. You know when like there's enough room so nobody has to be touching anyone else, but then somebody chooses to brush up against you over and over and over, like for 2 hours. It was one of those. But he seems like a very enthusiastic Kamala Harris supporter. Yeah, it was you, Jill. Some people witnessed it. It was very ew. Yes, and screams like randomly. It's not good for my PTSD. Like the random screaming. Oh, I was like so triggered. I was triggered for hours. Like after I got home, I was like, "Are you leaving, Josh? Is this enough? Have you had enough? We're gonna miss you, Josh. Thanks for coming over to the lab to make sure you vote blue all the way down the ballot." Get rid of them, Tim. I don't think it's that kind of a party. The wet spot is that's a choice. That's an in. I have not seen it. I was at that Doug Emhoff rally because, like I keep saying, I don't know if there are credible threats going on, but Homeland Security and TSA and Secret Service, these events have gotten really tight about security. That event went on, it was really late. I didn't get home till super late. And then I got in the car this morning to come here at 7:30. So I haven't seen, but I heard she did really well on Colbert. I am an old school Stephen Colbert fan. Like, do you guys remember when he would play a character? Like, he was basically doing a Bill O'Reilly impression for like 4 years. I love Stephen Colbert. Yeah, Stephen Colbert is like one of my heroes. If I could ever go to dinner, I would love to go to dinner with Stephen Colbert and just talk to him. Yeah, yeah. When he was like first a correspondent for Jon Stewart on The Daily Show, and then he got his own show that Jon Stewart like executive produced. Yeah, and never broke character for like 4 years. I saw him speak at my university and never broke character. That was like the greatest like performance of all time. Michael Haas, defender of Israel. I haven't seen you in forever. Come to my live sometime. Let's debate. Those were the days. I miss Stephen Colbert. I mean, I know he has a show now, but now he's himself. He's not in character. Wait, what is that song? Oh, I need to do something. 1 second. No, what is that? Like, is this in the news? Jill, I'm talking to Jill. I don't want to repeat what you're saying because I think it will get the live back. But no, I don't know what you're talking about. I need to take these headphones off and turn them. Like, is it in? Okay, I'll look it up. I don't know. I haven't read much news today. I've just been experiencing this campaign. Oh no, I'm glad you told me. Oh no, you can say it probably in the comments. I'm saying I'm not repeating what. Normally, if I see a comment I'm interested in, then I'll like be like, oh, this person is saying this. I just don't want to say it out loud because I could get in trouble. That's all I'm saying. What is like? What was the plot? Was someone just like? What were they planning on doing? Is this like a Timothy McVeigh type situation? I know being a poll worker has never been more. Yeah, poll workers are saints now. Really? What time is Milton supposed to make landfall? Is it gonna hit north of Tampa or is it going to hit Tampa? I'm not updated on that either. I feel like I'm in a time warp where there's no news. North or Tampa? Just south. Okay, so it took a turn right. Oh, it's gonna okay. Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, I literally, I've been in, when you follow around a campaign, I realize like, it's like the only thing relevant is what's going on directly where you're at. Like other things don't exist, which is strange. Sarasota, yeah, like, okay, I was talking about this. Do you guys know when you're like, you miss the exit to go to the Tampa Mall and then you end up like crossing that bridge that goes over the water to like St. Petersburg, I think? Does anyone know what I'm talking about? I love how we're having 3 conversations. This is perfect for my ADHD. Yes, Sunshine Skyway. That is the most terrifying bridge. I imagine it's probably underwater right now. And the interesting thing about those bridges, that go over waterways is like how people in Florida have no fear. I like missed an exit and was on that bridge and like waves were washing over my car and people were going like 50 miles an hour down it. I was like, something's wrong with Floridians. I wonder if it's underwater now. All the bridges in Florida, like the bridges that go to the Keys, terrifying. Everything about those bridges is scary. Yeah, Greg, I have tons of clips. I need to get them off my phone. Tons and tons of footage. Yeah, I agree. I've been doing a lot of research on the Florida polls and have discovered some things that are super disturbing to me. I think it is a Republican stronghold and may continue to be for a while. It's really not safe there. Yeah, Hurricane Andrew. That's the throwback. The oldie but goodie. Waiting in line for gas. That's when I lived in Miami. I lived in Miami for a year. Another relationship gone wrong. Wait, what year was Hurricane Andrew? I might be mistaking it for another one. What year was that? Oh yeah, the Florida Jeep. What Ron DeSantis is doing, and the fact that there is no legal recourse. Oh no, yeah, not it. Oh no, I was barely, yeah, not the Hurricane Andrew, then. Not that one. The Florida GOP is probably one of the scariest. I mean, we have Arizona is a Republican stronghold, but I think they're becoming so nuts, that they have less power. They have less power because they're so disturbing. Yeah, no, it's not. I think I mistook it for something that happened like plus years later. No, well, there used to, there didn't used to be so many. Think what's happening. Isn't there another tropical depression right now in the Gulf? Or no, I mean, not in the Gulf, on the eastern seaboard. Disturbing. I'm at the Tim Walz rally. I'm in this room waiting to meet Tim Walz and take a picture with him, but I didn't know really what we're doing. I'm just sitting here talking to you guys, is my new thing. And thank God for that. Like, if I was alone in here, I would have lost my effing mind right now. I know. Nothing is safe in Florida. Oh, wait. As long as we're here, can I give some documentary recommendations? If you guys have not seen the documentary that just came out by the guy who made the Tiger King documentary, it's called Chimp Crazy. Uh, if you think Tiger King's crazy, watch Chimp Crazy. Those crazy, exotic animal dealers in Florida are out of their minds. Dude, that woman, I feel bad for her. The ending where she just like got attacked by a chick. She's just like, I would still own one. No, it's like, it's not. I don't think it is anymore legal. I think it's very hard to own one now. But that's why it's so secretive and you can't get into that world because they don't want anyone to know they have them or like the conditions they're living under. A trash panda? I love trash pandas. When I was in Idaho, I used to feed raccoons. And then, like, the landlord would be like, there's all these raccoons. But so I'd be like, that's crazy. I don't know. I have no idea why there would be a family of raccoons living around your house. It's not like I've been feeding them. Yeah, Michael Jackson had a chimp. I think that is one of the chimps that's in the movie. They are trash pandas. That's what raccoons are. I mean that in a good way. I, it's not upsetting. I would raise a raccoon if I could. I don't want to be one of the people that has an animal that I shouldn't have and thinking that I can raise it and then it like hurts someone. But raccoons in Idaho are a little too smart. Like it's disturbing. You really can't turn your back on a raccoon. It's a Idaho are a little too smart. Like it's just so used. Remember, yeah, we do remember who Michael Jackson was. Yes, there are many people here who are specifically here. Yeah, women do love bears. Dill. I will take a bear. I will be alone in the Idaho woods full of black bears and a possible grizzly, maybe even a grizzly, any day over being trapped alone with a group of white males. Any day. It is safer for me. As long as long as I don't have like snacks in my pocket, I'm safer. Yeah, we do choose the bear. The odds that we will survive without like emotional damage, or much higher with a group of bears? Dale, if women feel that way, has it ever occurred to you to work to gain women's trust and respect? Like that's a possibility, like, oh, it's weird that women would rather take the chances being attacked by a bear. And then you should kind of evaluate that and think, what have women been through that they would feel that way?
Pretty good so far, huh? Yeah.
Except for, yes, I lived in Idaho for 5 years. Yes, I have. I'm a wuss. Okay. That's awesome, Johnny. That's great news. I wish that was true of everyone. Why are you so mean to bad boys? I know. Imagine me in Idaho for 4.5 years. It was a bad combination. I think it was good. I think I helped a lot of people there understand they were wrong about a lot of things. But I think they were happy to see me go. No, you don't know. If you think bears just attack you, then you don't know anything about bears. No, they don't just attack you. Bears want nothing to do with humans. No, they don't. Least informed opinion on the line. Tell me you've never been in a forest with black bears. They don't want anything to do with humans. Yeah, bears leave you alone. That's why women say, I choose the bear. Well, it depends. Are you like that grizzly man who goes to like Kodiak Island and like harasses grizzlies in the one natural isolated habitat they have? Or like, are you saying, no, grizzlies are the same way? There's grizzlies, Gail. Since you seem so interested in bears, do you know that because polar bears' habitats are disappearing, that they have crossbred with grizzlies, and there's hybrid polar bear grizzlies called grizzlies running around? Yeah, bears are opportunists, especially, and the more used to humans they are, they literally are opportunists. They understand like where humans are, there's going to be food left behind. Wouldn't you be an opportunist if your habitat was being taken away? Yeah, like where I lived in Idaho, have you guys heard of Liger Town? Like, do you remember Napoleon Dynamite and he talked about ligers? No, that's a real thing. Where I lived in Idaho, it was like probably a 30-minute drive from this place called Lava Hot Springs. Look up Liger Town. That's a real thing that happened. The ligers got out and attacked the town because they were crossbreeding lions and tigers. And what happens is they become these like giant like things. You don't know that ligers are real? Look up one. Mr. Mittens. Yeah, I have a cat. His name's Mr. Mittens. He's from Idaho. He's an Idahoan. I found him. I used to longboard from school at university, and I found him like in an alley in a box with other kittens, and I took them to an emergency vet. And I said, if this one lives, I want to keep him. And I thought they were just born, but the vet was like, these cats are so malnourished. Like they have their adult teeth. They were like 4 months old. To this day, I still have him. I'm a great pet owner. Animals love me. Tiger. What the hell was the tiger? Of course, I have a cat. Yeah, you don't like cats. Why? Dale, you should get a cat. I think it will help you learn how to treat women. No, I agree. I know what you're saying, Gumps, but I think the interesting thing is like the reason TikTok is so popular is like it's voyeuristic. Like I think humans have this instinct to want to watch each other, and that's why TikTok is popular. So it is weird to like know things about people online and feel like you know them, but I think it's also like if we were all honest about it, it's weirdly satisfying. I don't think it's wrong. I find it easier to get to know people on the internet than in real life. No, I have not hugged Tim Walz, and I'm getting, I don't know why not, but I'm still waiting to do that. But then it's like, once I do hug Tim Walz, is it all downhill from there, or should I just not hug him and then keep wishing I could hug him? You know what I mean? You have three cats and a leopard gecko. Aren't they after your gecko? My cat would eat a lizard in a second if I had him. My cat would not eat it immediately. He would play with it for days, and then eventually it would end up dead. You hugged Obama, and if I hugged Obama, that I would like cling to him. They'd have to like pry my fingers off of him. I love tuxedo cats. Like, who doesn't want to have a cat that's wearing a little tuxedo? But the only cats I've ever had are black cats because I feel like black cats get a bad rep, and black cats are the coolest cats. I've had two cats, both black. Yes, Rear Window. What's the? Yeah, is that Johnny Depp? Is Rear Window Johnny Depp? Yeah, Void Kitties. Yes. And you know, people they told me once at a shelter the reason people don't want black cats is because they don't photograph well. And I was like, is that true? It's so sad. Black cats are the best. If you've never had one, I think the best thing about cats is like I don't want anyone's loyalty I don't have to work for. If people give it up too easy, do you even want it? Like my cat loved me, but I had to work very hard for that trust. We're in Tucson at the Tim Walz rally, waiting to, well, to allegedly take a photo with Tim Walz. I'm going to try to hug him. I'm going to try my best. They try to. We're in Tucson at take a photo with. Oh yeah, me too. I know. Once a cat loves you, you can't get like cats are more loyal than dogs. Like my cat would rather cuddle with me than eat. Like he would do anything to just be next to me all the time. He's probably very upset right now. Oh my gosh, I didn't want to do this, but like, you know what the most embarrassing thing is on earth? A sad person in the comments saying that me having a backwards hat is, how should I wear my hat? Should I wear it forward? Should I not have a hat on? Like, how sad. You know what's even more embarrassing? You contributing to the engagement of my life. Like, something's embarrassing here. Look, you are helping me succeed on the internet. That's most embarrassing. You seem lost. But again, continue commenting the same thing over and over because it does help my engagement on the internet. Like, think through it. MAGA can never follow a line of logic. If their life, it's like, I used to say this, like, MAGA could not find their way out of a paper bag. Literally, could not. Like, if you don't like me, then do not comment. Do not sit on the live stream. Would be the thing to do. But bless them. Don't tell them. Don't. I have never sat in a MAGA live in my life, not for 1 second, because I don't support it. I think it's asinine. So I just won't be there. That you starve someone of engagement if you do not support them. You don't show up and support their life by engaging in it. You gotta. The key is to think. You have to be a thinking person. MAGA just they can't. They just can't do it. Bless them. We just gotta bless their hearts, you guys. Bless them. They they're lost. They've lost their way. No, I know. That's how I know my lives are doing good. Like last night, that Doug Emhoff rally, MAGA was literally in tears. They could not handle it. There was more MAGA people in the live, just being like, "There's not that many people there. There's not that many people." It's like, okay, but you're here and you've been here for 3 hours. Maybe you should think about why you're here, sir. Did Trump, wait, did you see the Trump Bibles are made in China? I mean, of course, everything Trump sells is made in China. Did you see that, whatever that Ryan Walters in Oklahoma City, he's spending millions of dollars to buy Trump Bibles and like put them in public schools? And he like announced the budget and people like teachers showed up to the budget meeting. And it's not like, just to be clear, it's not that Bibles aren't available in public schools in Oklahoma. They are electronically available. Like every student has a tablet and the Bible is on it. But he wants to spend millions of dollars on Trump Bibles. Yeah, the Trump Bibles are missing they're not, it's not just the 13th Amendment. I believe there's more things missing than just the 13th Amendment. Yeah, if you're in Oklahoma, you should get involved in politics because what in the God's name is going on? Yeah, and they're the most, like, think how cheaply you could buy Bibles if you're in charge of curriculum and books for a school district, but you're spending $50 a Bible on Trump's, like, weird Bibles that were made in China. I'm glad he's doing it. He's in trouble now. Like he's not going to get reelected for this. Like he's finally done something that like even Republicans in Oklahoma were like absolutely not. It's a donation. Dale, you're so funny. Ryan Walters I mean, you could say he's corrupt. I will say the thing about Ryan Walters is this. Ryan Walters is not intelligent. So, I mean, I think that Ryan Walters has this like master plan, and is like, oh, people will see as it unfolds. No, he's not smart enough. But you know who's scary? Look up who Ryan Walters is married to. Ryan Walters' wife is a Christian nationalist who owns a PR firm and reps the scariest Christian nationalists in America. Ryan Walters' wife is smarter and scarier than he is. You know that guy I always talk about, Russell Vogt? It's nationalists managing Oklahoma tax dollars. So I do think like it's. I mean, I don't know how long that's going to go on. He's wasting millions upon millions of dollars. Like, I don't think the people of Oklahoma would stop him over like PragerU. Do you know he's spending tax dollars? He hired libs of TikTok. This man used Oklahoma tax dollars to hire a bigot. So, like, I think eventually people in Oklahoma will figure that out. The ignorant left. Oh, Jesus. I love when MAGA says that the left is ignorant. Have fascists ever not been Christian nationalists? No, I think like religion is one of the ways fascists clamp down and control people, right? Like, as somebody who has a degree in history and like focused on Western civilization, like religion, especially Western civilization religion, is just a tool of control. Period. Like, who owns the largest real estate portfolio in the world? The Catholic Church. That was just white Christian males consolidating power in Western civilization. You did vote? Awesome. Yes, I do read nonstop. I'm I say this all the time. I'm not scared of dying. Like, I'm scared of not like I'm scared of not learning. Like, as long as I'm learning new things, I'm happy. The true death is when think about like Republicans, how they can't take in new information. They can't read a study and say, "Oh, I read this new data that came out and I realized my previous position is wrong and I need to change it." Like, that's my worst fear. I read and want to know things because I want to continue taking in new information and then based on that new information, change my thoughts and ideas. That's right, Global Trekker. Way to contribute to the intellectual conversation going on. Firing on all cylinders. Thank you for proving my point. Bless them. They're trying. Yeah, I love books. I love real books. I love that, Joe. Apology, Joe. I'm an intellectual at heart. As long as I'm learning, I'm happy. I have no idea what is fun. Okay, so the people that would just play music, they're back in here, so like they're on break from their second set. It is the update. Like they're back in here, so like they're on break from their. I want leftists are in support of freedom of religion. Who's not in support of freedom of religion? Now use your brain, think through the line of logic. Who's not in support of freedom of religion? It's not the left. The only people trying to tell other people what to do, it's not the left. But that's the narcissism of Christianity or the narcissism of Islam, is believing that your answer is the only right answer, or believing that your job is to be missionaries and go around the world and tell people what to believe. It's narcissism. I support everyone's beliefs in whatever they want to believe in. I would never tell anybody what to believe. Like, you're religious, if that helps you sleep at night to believe you're going somewhere after you die, good. Carry on. I'm just somebody who has lived the type of life where I recognize that there are worse things than death. Walz wants to get rid of the electoral college, and do you understand what democracy is? I'm gonna guess no. MAGA never ceases to be largely uninformed about everything. It's so depressing. It's like, as a former teacher, I don't blame, I do not blame MAGA. I do think that the education system has failed you, but largely that's because it's been starved by Republicans for a long time. So also that's a circular effect. It's not the left's fault. Oh man, Mike, I'm so glad you're here. You're asking if Tim's lying. Does that mean that you hold people accountable for lying? Mike Honcho, person in the comments that asked if Tim was lying again. Are you saying that because if somebody was caught lying, that you would hold them accountable and not vote for them? Or are you here to proudly support a pathological liar, thereby making your line of logic complete hypocrisy? Bless MAGA. Bless them. Oh yeah, they can't spell either. And they're on the internet. You know what I mean? Like, there's spell check on their phones. There's no excuse. No excuse. We all have spell check. No, I know. No, it's good the chat's weird. It's like MAGA, the closer. This is like, it's giving 2022. Does anyone remember how crazy TikTok was right before the 2022 midterms when MAGA's like, red wave's coming? That they would just like be screaming in lives and comments and like reporting people's accounts, and then like nothing ever happened. We're back in 2022. The red drip. Like, this has already happened once. I already lived this. That's why it's not bothering me. Like, MAGA's just, they don't understand how to identify that they feel insecure and alone. I'm sure this time it will happen. The red wave's coming. 2 weeks, guys. 2 weeks. Along with Trump's evidence of election fraud. 2 weeks. 2 weeks. We've been waiting 2 weeks for 2.5 years, but I'm sure any day now. 2 weeks. We're waiting, MAGA. Just bring your evidence. You can bring it to this live and present it. Remember when Mike Lindell said that he had evidence of election fraud? And now he owes a Trump supporter $5 million? If you don't know what I'm talking about, look it up. Mike Lindell owes a Trump supporter $5 million for lying about election data. So I would caution against lying because somebody might take you to court. Well, I mean, I don't think MAGA realizes they don't know what they're talking about. That's the only thing I can think. I don't think they're purposely saying things that are ludicrous. I think like in their mind they're like, I thought of something to say. This is gonna sound good, and then they spell it wrong, and it makes no sense. They're trying though, you guys. A for effort. No, I know. They don't come up with anything on their own. That's why they all have the same talking points. I don't know. Listen, I don't know what's going on. I'm just sitting in this room. I was told, sit in this chair, and then you're going to take a picture with Tim Walz. And since then, I've been talking to you guys. And if an update happens, you will probably witness it live. I'm just sitting here hanging out. No, I mean, not all their talking points are from 2020. Some are, but like some of them are new. There's new conspiracy theories that come out. It's just they don't come up. It's not like any of them are inventing them on their own, right? Like they just hear them on X or on True Social, and they're like, "Oh, I heard this really good point. I didn't take the time to think through why it's complete bullshit." So I ran to a leftist live to yell it out and then I got humiliated when they explained to me that it was completely wrong. It's like the FEMA stuff. Hey, you guys could have just done a 2-minute Google search and read that every single talking point you had about FEMA was a complete crock of shit. But they never do that. They're just like, well, I heard Trump say it. So I ran to a leftist live and I yelled it like I had a point, and then I was humiliated on the internet. I could have done a simple Google search, but instead I prefer to be publicly, consistently humiliated over and over on the internet. That's why nobody comes in my lives and debates me, I think. I would love people to come debate me. It just seems like nobody wants to talk anymore. I know, I do think the ones that do come in my life get off on it. No, think about it. You could just like, you could hear something, right? Like, oh, Joe Biden gave the disaster relief fund. Oh, this has happened. It's go time. Hold on, I'm gonna try to hold on a second. God, I have to move. I'm the last on the list. They already told me I was the last. And there are a lot of people in here, so this is gonna be like, this is not like, oh, so I'm gonna take a picture with Tim Walz. This is like, oh, I'm gonna be last on the list because they told me that like 2 hours ago. Is this someone else's water? What is this? I'm just gonna take that for hydration purposes. I gotta move. Hold on. And go to the end of the never-ending line.
Station.
I know, it's so. I thought this was the end of the. I already know I'm at the end of the line too. So. Sorry, give me 1 second, and I promise to get out of your way. Oh, I'm gonna create an influencer for Kamala. I'm just live streaming on the internet. Yeah, I love that shirt. I saw you earlier, and I was like, I need to get that shirt. Here, I am moving, I promise. Thank you so much. Me too. That's why I'm over there. Like, you're gonna be last, and I was like, okay, that's why I was over here. But I guess I'm at the front. Whoops. I almost, you remember I told you people were tripping and I was watching them? I almost tripped over the place I've been watching people trip over and over. That's painfully embarrassing. This is happening. Here. Oh, there is a screen where you can watch what's going on, actually, Tanya. If anyone hears them say my name, Jer, I love it. Let's just all keep calling out uninformed people in the comments. I think we're doing a public service to these people. Oh my god, I think I'm missing this. I'm really upset. It's not that I don't want to meet Tim Walz. I absolutely do want to meet Tim Walz. I'm excited to meet Tim Walz. But I also like to listen to political rallies. You know what's really also weird about MAGA? They start projecting their own weird shit onto other people. Like someone's a P3DO, yeah, okay, or stop project. Freud would say that's projection. Yeah, it's like, cool, weirdo. I'm just gonna sit here because I feel like this is safely not in anyone's way. Oh no, I will when I turn my hat around, like whenever I actually take a picture. I will. I know, I heard that. No, it's not the Tucson mayor. It's like, I think, because I could hear, it's the congressional candidate for District 6 in Tucson. It sounded for a second like the Phoenix mayor. It sounded like Kate Gallardo. I wish it was Walz arranging the chairs. Maybe we could all snap a picture. I don't know what's going on. Like, we all have to get in, like, it's like musical chairs. Like, you have to be sitting in the order of your number. But they told me when I walked, I was the first one in here, and they said, you are last. So that's why I'm like, I already know I'm not one of these people. I don't know. Are Ribbon and Carrie debating tonight? Because I would pay money. Carrie Lake can't debate. Carrie Lake is. I'm surprised Ruben would debate her only because she is so far behind in the polls. Nobody will vote for Carrie Lake in Arizona because of you don't. The only rule in Arizona politics is you do not talk shit about John McCain, and she couldn't handle that. There's one rule in Arizona politics: you do not shit talk John McCain. Yeah, well, no, Ruben Gallego really doesn't even have to run a campaign. People hate her so much. Do I have to move again? I feel like I'm at the end of the line. I'm just gonna push my chair backwards out of line. I hope they don't make me stop screaming because I literally cannot handle the boredom if I'm trapped sitting there alone. See, the person sitting a row in front of me is 32. Their number is 32. Like, just to get, like, somebody sitting a row in front of me is number 32. They just called 32. I know, and then I would rather, it's not, no, I want to meet Tim Walz. I definitely would, but I love it. I'm like a political junkie. I, I love listening to people talk about politics, like give speeches. I love it. I love going to political rallies. I love listening to people give speeches. I love hearing like candidates I've never met before talk. So I'm a little sad I can't hear what's going on. Oh wait, that girl's an influencer and she has a ticket. Maybe I do have a number. Maybe not. Did I hear Ron DeSantis? Oh, Mike, you're spreading more disinformation. Mike, bless your heart. Are you lost? But I do appreciate you boosting my live with so much engagement. You're the best fan I've ever had. It's right there. The guy with the numbers is right there. Oh, they're moving people. People are in the wrong order. Well, where is Hoodie? If Hoodie's my biggest fan, I'm a little disappointed at him for not being here. I think since I yelled at Hoodie like a week ago, he's not been happy with me. But like, I'm the nicest person. Hoodie pushed me to the point of like, it's so hard to make me upset. No, Hoodie, it's best Hoodie takes time to think about who he wants to be. Hey, you can see the list of people in his phone. Why do we all need our numbers? Just whenever it's our turn, they could just call people's names and then we wouldn't need to all change seats. Like, has that ever occurred to anyone that rather than everybody changing seats, we could just call people's names? Seems a little crazy. We have to all change seats and get in line, or should it just say a person's name and be like, it's your turn now? I wasn't upset at Hoodie for me. Like I don't get I'm upset at Hoodie for the things he said to other people that I care about. Like that's I don't care what anyone no, I shouldn't say I don't care what anyone on the internet says. That's not true, but like there's people that I care about that Hoodie says things that too that hurt. It hurts them and I know that and that bothers me. You know? But like people like Mike in the comments who are desperately insecure and terrified of women who are smarter than them. Like he just reeks of insecurity, and I just think I think we all know what's going on with Mike. The overcompensation is pretty obvious. Mike's very insecure, so we bless his heart. Like when you're an intelligent woman, people are always intimidated by it. Like Mike is scared of Kamala. And if he wasn't, if he was secure in who he is, he wouldn't need to say disgusting things about Kamala. Like she's winning. Mike, you're a cuck. Kamala's winning. Hey, like secure people who have self-esteem don't behave like you. But go off. Did some women make you feel really? Yeah, I know all about that Putin. That's ridiculous. Trump's like, meeting up with Putin and giving him COVID tests. Like, this is, it's embarrassing. Are these all in order? Is this, I didn't get a number. He still has so many cards in his hand. No, you know who the country didn't vote for, as long as we're talking about it? Donald Trump in 2020. That's who did not get voted for. But also, Mike, I do invite you to debate me anytime you want. If you would like to be publicly humiliated, I mean, more so than you are being now on the internet. I mean, if you're interested in people losing more respect for you, you can come to my live any day and we can have a public discussion and see who knows more about what. And that goes for anyone else in here from MAGA. I would love to have one-on-one discussions with each one of you publicly. But something tells me that won't happen. Yeah, Mike, why don't you debate me? Publicly, on the internet, for everyone to listen to. Turn your camera on, coward. What? Right now, Mike? What are you talking about? Turn your camera on. Turn that camera on. Oh, you can't now? That's shocking, Mike. We're all shocked. We're shocked that Mike can't do it now, you guys. Mike can talk shit in the comments, but can't turn his camera on and debate a woman who's going to publicly humiliate him. We are absolutely shocked, Mike, by that news. Well, Mike's at work. Mike, okay. Like, how embarrassing. This is why you don't like Kamala Harris. Insecure. I know. Like, on his back of the account, it's probably hoodie. He's turned his camera on, so that's not fair. Let's not insult hoodie. Mike could never be hoodie. Like, Mike could never be hoodie. Mike's nobody. Mike found a live and thought he was going to talk shit about women. And then when he got called out, he suddenly is nowhere to be found because he's at work. You know, he's been in this live for hours. He's at work now. Isn't it always? Oh, Mike's still here, making excuse on a boiler while typing on the internet. You can pick the topic, Mike. Whatever type of misinformation you would like me to correct you and disabuse you of, whatever false notion information you would like me to disabuse. Yeah, Mike's been here for hours nonstop typing, but you guys, he's in a boiler room. We're working on a boiler. If we were in MAGA, we might believe that. Unfortunately, you're talking to thinking people. Come on, Mike. You have so much to say about women. Crickets from Mike. It's always crickets. Oh my God, what? Mike, are you fixing a boiler or are you typing things? We're very confused. How many arms do you have? It's an octopus. I would talk to any MAGA person on the internet only because, and this is the thing, like, I am exceptionally intelligent and I am somebody who does a lot of research, but that's not what, like, I just happen to have the facts on my side. It just depends, like, if you want to win an argument. The key is to have the facts on your side, not misinformation that a man who paints himself orange, a man who hates the trans community, hates the LGBTQ, but then for some reason says that drag time story hour is a detriment to children, but for some reason puts on makeup every single day and goes on television. There's many things that don't make sense about Donald Trump. And none of you guys ever question any of it. Okay, Mike, do you understand what a debate is? It's not your opinions. Debate has nothing to do with your insecure opinions. It's about facts. It's not like, hey, I'm just going to list my weird opinions about things. But that's what MAGA thinks debates are. It's like, hey, I'm just going to tell you guys, I'm just going to list my weird opinions about things. But that's what MAGA thinks debates are. It's like, hey, I'm just going to tell you guys. Yeah, Mike is boring. Mike is very boring. I know. Just like Trump. Mike will debate if no one questions him about why he has no facts, all feeling. Concepts of plans. Want it. a boiler. The rules are around that, but probably not. Like saying that the weather is causing him to have to work. Like, just, you can leave the live now. You don't have to stay here. Oh, I'm intolerant of lies. I'm intolerant of bigotry, absolutely. I think we should, like, make a Google Calendar and just let MAGA sign up to debate me. I have a feeling no one's going to sign up. Yes, Mike was being a bigot, Dale. If you can't read fast enough to understand what he's saying, then I can't help you. Mike will only now talk to us about fixing borders because it's what he knows. I do agree, Mike. You should stick to what you know. Politics is not one of those things. Yeah, whoever told you we were tolerant of bigotry? I've never. Dale, what are you doing? It's giving obsession, Dale. No one knows what that means, Dale. That's super weird. The weirdest. The literal weirdest. Oh, thanks, Tim. And it's super, super weird. That's all we can say is we can bless their weird hearts. Mike, I think this is a good choice for you. Just talk about boilers for the rest of your life. Of course he won't. Mike, anytime I'm live, you can show up and turn your camera on and we can have a conversation about facts and the receipts that back up those facts. You can choose the subject. I don't want to give Mike too hard a time because it is one of the first times he's tried to harass me and then I had to humiliate him. Dale, you have never turned your camera on. You are a full-on coward. You harass, you hang out in leftist lives, hiding behind your orange dot. You never, ever have the guts to show your face. Ever. Show your face on the internet, Dale. Consistently. Geez, that's 99. I think, oh, this is really happening fast. Okay, I think I'm actually like at the point where I need to possibly go. Like, this line is really moving. Like, Dale, I believe that. That's the first honest thing I believe that you've said. I believe you, Dale. I 100% believe that. Dale's finally saying something that's true. It's time for me to take a possible photo with Tim Walz. This is real life. Like, there's only now like 25 people in front of me rather than like 40. I need to find my head case for my headphones so I can charge them. Hold on, I have to set this down. Okay, sorry. Oh no, I will. I'm scared of getting in trouble. I don't want to be in trouble. Yeah, this is the Tim Walz rally. You're looking. This is it. Those 4 people. God, it's like every time we finally like get one uneducated person to be quiet, then another one joins the live and said something uninformed. Like, it's like whack-a-mole. We're doing the Lord's work though, guys. Keep it up. Okay, Rod, bless your heart. You're gonna make it. Like DeSantis trying to be like, oh, like I won't take Kamala's calls. That's like him showing Trump he supports him. Like DeSantis is at the end of the day a Trump cop, not unlike many people in this live. It is literally 5 o'clock. What? How is that physically possible that it's 5 o'clock? I really do not understand what is going on right now. I thought I'm li- I thought I'm on my way back to Phoenix right now. So I am largely unsure what is going on. Yes, it is 2 hours later where you are than it is here. No, but people are standing up and they're like, it's happening. It's just not my turn. Oh yeah, people are excited. This is really happening. Oh yeah, Secret Service is here. Oh yeah, we all have to get in line. Okay, I think I have to. Well, I probably can sit here for like a few more minutes and then I have to get in line. No, auto-tune is harmless. He's here to boost the engagement of leftist lives. He doesn't understand how the internet works. I think it's kind or largely uninformed. I know I need to get in line. Everybody's in line and frantically moving up. See, that's the, and they're telling everyone to get up. I do need to probably get in line. Okay, as to what happened, but I think